what's up? Welcome to How to Fix the Soul. My name is Obi. Today we're going to talk a little bit about being far away. Don't worry, one day I'm going to come up with a better intro. So, a lot of times you might feel that since you're far from the Creator, you're far from the purpose, you're far from connecting to Hashem, so you might feel that distance is something that's going to keep you away, because you can get discouraged. Be like, you see people who are so close and so glued to the purpose and so righteous and so correct, and they just think straight, and then you see yourself how defected you are and how far you are from any purpose and motivation, and you're just you can get very discouraged. Even let's say I would work my entire life, but I'm never going to get to where that person is at. I'm pretty low, and you can feel it from your lowliness, from the things you did, from the places that you're at, from the mistakes that you made, from the decisions that you made, from the life that you're in. You might feel like, what connection do I have to the Creator? What can I possibly do when you have huge righteous people doing incredible things, when you have people who are millionaires donating millions of dollars, and you have people who commit themselves and learning Torah all day and night and praying, and you see yourself and you drinking and eating and hanging out and partying. And you're like, what can I possibly bring, right? And it's a beautiful thing, because it's exactly the opposite. Specifically somebody who's specifically somebody who is in a low place, who's not so connected, who's not so spiritual, who's not so perfect, specifically that person can crown Hashem, can crown the Creator and make him so much more precious. Because it's let's say you would have a CEO, right? So, and all the partners love the CEO, right? And let's say it's obvious that all the partners are going to like the CEO, and that all the managers are going to be friends with him, and that the other rich people are going to be friends with him, and it doesn't say anything about the CEO that all the partners love him, and all the bosses love him, and all the managers love him, and because that they work, they're together, they're all in cahoots. But if you would go to a business, and even the clerks love the CEO, and the people who work in the warehouse, and the people who have nothing really to do with him, he's sitting up in an office, and they're packing boxes, and there's a million people in between them. But you talk to one of the guys in the warehouse, and he's like, yeah, he's amazing, he helps us out and stuff. So that says something about the CEO, right? The analogy he gives is more close to a king, but we don't really understand kings in these days because we've never met kings. But also like a king, right? If you have a king, so of course the aristocrats are going to love him, and the noblemen are all going to love him, and the rich people in the city. So you can't go to the royal city and from being in the royal city around the palace, that everybody in the palace loves the king. Of course they do. They're with him. They're making money. They're selling him diamonds. He's giving them in taxes, and they're all together. So it doesn't say anything about the king that the rich people love him. But if you go outside the city, and you see the farmers, and you see the shoemakers, and you go talk to them, and they also love the king, and they, smile when they hear about the king, and they love the king also. So that says something, that the king is actually something really special. So it's the same thing with us, that the fact that we like God too, with all of the craziness, with all the options that are out there, with all of the opportunities that we have to just completely distract ourselves and have fun, and the fact that we give all that up, or give some of it up, and take time to connect to the Creator, that's worth so much more than, that's worth a tremendous amount. That elevates God a lot more than if you're super righteous and serving God. If you're super righteous, of course you're serving God. But if people like us, who are the people who are far, and we also like God, so that says something about God, that he must be really, really special. If even people like us, who are far away, who don't really have that connection, that we love him too. So it's just like a point of, we call it chizuk, of strength, that if you're feeling far, if you're feeling that your distance is going to keep you away from God, you have to know it's exactly the opposite. If you're far, if you're low, if you fall into places, if you're just completely off track and screwed up with life, you specifically can be that one who shows that, the Creator is something actually really, really special, and even I want to connect myself to him. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.